There has been much concern regarding the Belize Guatemala matter over the years, but as of recent, those concerns have increased, especially since the Saturday, March 12th incident at the Sarstoon. Since then, we have been reporting on matters arising out of that incident, including a statement from the Caribbean community, CARICOM, expressing its solidarity with Belize on the matter. A portion of that statement from CARICOM reads, quote, "The Guatemalan armed forces entered Belizean internal waters and acted in an intimidating manner towards the Belizean forces at their forward operating base on Belize's mainland at the mouth of the Sarstoon River. The GAF claimed that the river belonged to them, although the mid-channel of the river was the settled and agreed border between the Republic of Guatemala and the United Kingdom long before Belize's independence in 1981. Since independence, Belize has always continued to assert its sovereignty over the area." End of quote. It is a strong statement considering that CARICOM represents 15 countries, and it is one that was not taken lightly by the Guatemalan authorities, and they made certain that that was expressed in a release dated Friday, March 18, 2016. In that release from Guatemala's foreign minister, they have reaffirmed that the Sarstoon River is Guatemalan territory. The statement denies any provocation of sorts by the Guatemalan armed forces, and all that was done by the Guatemalan military was to advise them to follow security protocols along the river. As it relates to the statement from CARICOM, particularly the portion that refers to the southern border of Belize, the release says that the government of Guatemala had denounced the convention between the Republic of Guatemala and Britain regarding the borders of British Honduras. The closing statement in the release is the most alarming, as it goes on to say that the Guatemalan Ministry of Foreign Affairs is once again reaffirming their ownership of the Sarstoon River, and they will continue to do so until the matter is resolved at the International Court of Justice. While the matter is one being dealt primarily by the National Security and Foreign Affairs Ministries, we did ask Cabinet Minister Anthony Boots Martinez what his weigh-in is on the matter.
As Cabinet, we operate collectively, and so the discussion have been intensively, and I think that government is working hard to make sure there is a solution. I think that, put it this way, there have to be somewhere for a solution. And I think that the time has come for us to unite and make a decision as to where we go from here. This long-standing claim, lifelong standing claim, have been over our head for years. So I think at some point in time we need to make a decision as a country as to where we go.
And while Minister Martinez has all confidence in the Barrow administration to resolve the dispute, Minister Michael Finnegan reflected on history and the foresight of the late Philip Goldson.
When we were going into independence, 1980 to 1981, Philip Goldson said to the then government, before you go into independence and before you take independence, you must postpone independence until you get the necessary defense guarantee for the country of Belize. Because if you don't get the necessary defense guarantee for the country of Belize, this is what Philip Goldson said, the Guatemalans will encroach on our boundaries, they will encroach on our waters, the Sarstoon waters, they will bully us in the Sarstoon. That's the word he used, bully. And they will bully us on our borders. This is what was said by Philip Goldson. He was replied to by the then government. We have a defense, we have defense support from the British government. And the defense support from the British government will be for an appropriate period. Goldson then asked what is an appropriate period? Nobody could have tell Mr. Goldson with an appropriate period. And they refused to tell Mr. Golson what is an appropriate period. And Golson said to them, whenever that appropriate period is run out, you will see the Guatemalas encroaching on our borders and trying to take this country piece by piece until they devour us. That was the words and the wisdom of Philip Golson back there in 1980 and 1981. Now I want you all to understand me quite clearly. I am not anti-independent, you know. Please understand me clearly. I am just explaining to you all how Golson looked at the situation back then. And everything he said back then is coming to light.
According to Foreign Minister Wilfred Ellerington, talks on the territorial differendum will continue throughout the Easter break.